Nicknamed the chairman of the boards, Moses Malone is the all-time leader in offensive rebounds and ranks 5th overall in total rebounding. But Moses could do it all. He ranks 10th all-time in scoring, won a title with the '83 Sixers, and is a 3-time league MVP.
Just a fabulous play by Moses Malone.
Moses Malone was a camper of mine. I had a camp in the Poconos up in Pennsylvania. And Moses, his senior year in high school, came up to my camp as a camper. And I just couldn't believe how good this guy was at that age. A lot of times with some of the outstanding campers who wanted to play me one-on-one because, you know, I was the star in the NBA at that time. And they wanted to just kind of challenge me and see whether or not I was as good as some people said I was. Well, anyway, Moses challenged me and we played one-on-one. And quite frankly, Moses beat me. Because, I mean, he was 6'10", 6'11", physical as he could be. One of those guys that didn't talk a lot, kept to himself, but without a doubt, you know, one of the best big men and one of the best rebounders in the history of the NBA.
Touched by the Boston Celtics, no backcourt. That lady, this crowd is really alive right now. Moses Malone brings it down. He got it in despite a partial block by Robert Perry.
Relentless competitor, absolutely determined to get to the glass. And when you played Moses, you just were in for a dogfight. It was just one of those nights that you kind of sat before the game and said, it's going to be 48 minutes of just, you know, banging and pushing and holding and grabbing. But man, he was relentless. He had a motor that he just went hard all the time.
You know, they said James Brown was the hardest working man in show business. Moses Malone was the hardest working man in basketball.
So Moses was on the Portland Trailblazer team, and so they're trying to trade him, but it's not working out. They don't want to play him, they being the Trailblazers, they don't want to play him. And so they finally worked out this deal with Buffalo at the end of the exhibition season, and we were playing a doubleheader exhibition game in Oakland. The Blazers had alerted Buffalo that they were going to play him because Buffalo wanted to see him play. They had never seen him play. And so to have one of your guys come to this game, we'll play him in the second quarter, and you get a good look at him. And in the second quarter, Jack Ramsey puts Moses in the game. And in the second quarter, he had an astronomical statistical accumulation. I think it was something like 18 points and 15 rebounds in the second quarter alone. And then he never got in again. The guy from Buffalo was there. They said, yeah, we'll take him.
Well, Moses Malone, I actually got to know more when I was a Houston Rocket. More than even actually when I played in the Atlanta Hawks, because he lived in Houston. And so there was an infamous gym called Fondy Rec Center, and he would play every day there. And so him and Akeem and myself, all of the Rockets, we would all be there, but Moses ran the gym. And so if Moses said you could play, then that's when you played. And so he would just sit for hours, literally hours, and tell you stories about the league. I picked my first agent because of Moses Malone. Moses Malone had an agent, and he would talk about how great the agent was doing for him. And I said, I'm going where Moses Malone was. And so because of Moses Malone, you know, helped me become financially sound, had me a great agent because of who he picked. The one thing that the most misguided thing is because of his accent from Virginia area, he was probably one of the smartest guys I ever met. And because of that, like I said, I picked my agent because he would tell me about what to do with your money, what to do with your body, how to get ready for the games. And this is where we used to sit for hours and talk at Fondy Rec Center.
Moses, when he was a senior in high school, at my camp, Lefty Drizel was the coach at Maryland. And Moses had committed to go to Maryland. Lefty stayed up at my camp for a week while Moses was there to make sure nobody else got to him to change his mind. Not knowing that Moses would never go to the University of Maryland. I mean, he went straight to the ABA, and the rest of it is history.
Malone underneath. Malone again.
Look at that kid.
The same kind of a rebound.
Look at that kid.
Isaiah Thomas, let's talk about Moses Malone. When you think of famous sports quotes, faux, faux, faux
yes.
comes to mind.
Yes.
What did you think when you heard that?
Well, they playing the Lakers.
and he talking about 4-4-4 against Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. And I'm like, so I've watched the Lakers, Celtics go do their thing, and he's like 4-4-4, we gonna beat them. And seeing his, I guess, just masculinity, muscular, just like throwing himself around, like in the paint, like nobody was playing that physical. Like literally, so he would miss on purpose. Mm-hmm. Like, to think about that. Like nobody did stuff like that. This is what I mean about the genius of basketball players, right? He would miss on purpose, and then get a better position, and then go up and dunk it, right? So you have him guarded in the post. He'll throw up an old crazy shot, then go get it, and then kind of smile at you and dunk. So we playing against him, and so is Lambeer, Kent Benson, Kelly Tripucka. And we playing the 76ers, and Moses Malone is just, he's having his way back there. So we come to the bench, and I'm like, Lamb, you got to block him out. Lambeer looked at me and he goes, "This is the strongest guy I've ever seen in my life." He goes, I can't block him out. And so he goes, "Next time we go out, I just want you to run by him and feel him." Like, because I didn't, I'm out there, I'm playing guard. He goes, "No, I just want you to run by and like feel how strong this dude is. I never played against anybody like this strong. Like it's like unreal. Like you just gotta feel him. Like just run by and like touch him and see." And I'm like, I ain't running by and touching him. Now we're in the huddle, Stephanie. We're in the huddle, right? And I'm like all intense, like, "Hey man, you gotta block out. You gotta block out." And he's like, "No man, you just gotta feel how strong this guy is." It's just different. Moses Malone come out of high school, rebounding, toe up the league, at the center position. What was his favorite move? The rebound. It wasn't a hook shot. It wasn't his, fadeaway jump shot that killed you. What killed you was his rebounding.
Moses was injured at the latter part of that season, 83 season. And it was in the media, and people didn't realize how serious it was. And we were concerned that he would even be able to play in the playoffs. And I'd say, "Moses, how you feeling?" He said, "4-4-4. I said, "What do you mean?" He said, "Playoffs, that's what it's going to take." And sure enough, we lost one game, so it ended up being 4-5-4. I don't remember anybody having a better season than Moses did. His hero in basketball was Julius Erving, and it was very important for him, not only for himself, but to help Julius win a world championship.
I felt that we were a strong team, and I thought we could go 4-4-4. Talking.